Hello and welcome to ACS Golf and today's video, which is what's in my bag for 2025. Technically the season has already started. I've already done two competitions. One was at Hampton Court, did not go well. I did not enjoy Hampton Court at all. And another one was at St George's Hills, my old boys competition for school. And that went a lot better. 29 Stableford points, still shot 87. I did putt 40 times. I think I was 4th or 5th in that, so can't really complain now. You know, St George's Hill is a championship course, and if the putter was on fire, then potentially that could have been a really good score, and maybe I could have won it actually. The Stableford winner was 38, something like that, which I definitely think is achievable, you know, for my handicap when playing off with 8. But anyway, let's get into the clubs just while the plane is flying over. Hopefully the noise cancellation microphone of this is working. So first things first, let's start at the bottom of the bag and let's work our way up. So in the bottom of the bag, I have this. I have my Lab. So Lab Mez 1 putter, really enjoy it. Just for me, I'm not quite getting to the hole a lot of the time with it. I definitely feel there are birdies potentially being left out there at the moment. I mean, for example, I hit 7 greens one day with it, so 7 greens in regulation, and didn't get 1 birdie. So lag putting, distance-wise, really good with it. When I'm in within 10 feet, I'm definitely missing putts I feel like I shouldn't do. So will it stay in the bag? Not 100% sure. But I have enjoyed it last year, and I'm definitely going to keep it. I've got a few reviews for putters coming out over the next couple of weeks, so maybe one might make it in the bag to test fully and maybe get on the golf course for a few sort of weeks. But overall, I definitely will keep it. Lab, they're great. One of the best feeling putters I've had. Really enjoy it, but just lost a little bit of confidence with it. And that's one of those things. Hopefully that will come back with time. If not, maybe go back to, I think, even roll. Really enjoyed the even roll. That's one putter I regret. Regret getting rid of my even roll that I used to have. But we'll wait and see and decide later on, a later date, if I'm going to keep that putter or, well, if this is going to stay in the bag, if a new one will come in. But at the moment it is, you know, I'm thinking more it's me and not the putter, because my putting's definitely not quite there at the moment. But I am missing out on a lot of birdie opportunities, which is not helping my score at the moment. So if a new putter gets my confidence up and gets me putting better, then maybe that will go in the bag. But we'll keep hold of that. It's definitely staying in for the foreseeable future, just in case. Now on to the wedges. So I play 60, 56 and a 50. The 60 and the 56 are both these. So MG wedges, so tailor-made. I've got the MG3 Tiger Wood grind and the MG4 Tiger Wood grind in the 56. The MG3 is the 60. 11 bounce and 12 bounce. Love MG. So mill grind from TaylorMade. Love how their faces get rusty. Some of the best feeling wedges. Really like the weight with them. I played MG2s, I think the year before, maybe the year before that. They're definitely not coming out of the bag. The only time they will come out of the bag is perhaps when I need to replace them because they've been used so much and the grooves have gone. But overall, really, really happy with them. Now on to my main chipper. So last year I had a bit of a random one in there. Oh, I can see the brand, but I can't remember the name of it. Check out my old videos to find that out. It's a Japanese brand. Vega, had a Vega wedge in there. There you go. Loved it. It was milled. Sorry, it was forged. It was beautiful. Really enjoyed it because I used my main chipper as my 50 degree. However, this year I've decided to change that. I was thinking about going the MG route again because I've obviously got that, having the whole set, but I thought I'd try something different, and I have, and is this. It's a Cleveland RTX6. Beautiful. You know, Cleveland makes some of the best wedges out there. Bounce, so mid bounce 10. Really enjoyed chipping with it. Had a few chips in with this actually just this weekend. Actually chipped in for a birdie with it, so off a par 3. So really, really pleased with it. Works really well. Don't get me wrong, if I want some more height, or, you know, because I need the ball to stop a little bit better, or maybe I've got to go over a bunker, you know, I could play around with this, maybe open the club face a little bit, well, open it up a little bit more, maybe change my stance to help get the ball up in the air. But for that, I tend to change to either the 56 or the 60. Because in the end of the day, I'm actually happy chipping with all of these. I just prefer the 50. I like that lower ball flight, and I like to sort of land it just on the edge of the green and get it to roll on. That's the way I sort of work, and the way I've always done it. So really happy with it. Really nice wedge. And also Cleveland, you know, they are relatively cheap on the second-hand market. They're relatively cheap, brand new, and they're some of the best wedges out there. So always keep an eye out for them. Now on to my irons. So 9 all the way to 5 iron. Last year, if you've watched my channel before, you've known I've played Mizunos. I've played Mizunos for years. I've had MP20 HMBs in the bag. I've had MP18 MMCs, MP20 MMCs. I've had JPX Hot Metals 921s. And then last year I had JPX Hot Metals 921s Pros, so a little bit smaller, still sort of in that game improvement category. But I just wanted to get away from that this year. You know, I wanted to get back to the players' distance irons, you know, give me a little bit more control, a little bit more workability with them, and also get me stopping on the green more. I mean, in the UK, it gets hot here in the summer. Well, not necessarily hot, but it gets dry normally, and the greens become rock solid, which is already happening, to be fair. We're in May now, and everything is already rock solid. So I wanted that stopping power, and that's why I've gone for these. The Srixon ZX5 Mark II iron. So all the way from pitching wedge up to 5 iron. Got KBS Tool Light stiff in there, so perfect shaft. And I've really enjoyed these clubs. I love the feel of them. They're forged. They feel lovely off the face. I love the control they're giving me. You know, if I do my normal sort of shot, you know, my close shot, you know, gets the ball going, gets some really good distance with it. But then if I want to, I can keep the face slightly open, and it gives me a much higher ball flight and a lot better stopping distance. And it's very slight fade. So overall, really, really pleased with them. They're gorgeous. Obviously not the brand new model, but then you don't need to buy brand new. You know, if you read the reviews for these, they're great. I think my review's about, well, I think it's already out on the channel actually for these, so do check them out. Regarding the wedges as well, everything in the bag, if it's not already on the channel, it will be coming out soon. So do be aware of that. I think I've done the MG4, review, so check that one out. Haven't done the MG3 yet, and haven't done the Cleveland wedge yet either, review. They will be coming out soon. So do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss that out on that. But yeah, absolutely love them. Love the feel, love the control. You know, they're not, you know, players' irons. They are players' distance irons. So it does give that sort of a little bit more forgiveness without sacrificing feel or control. You know, and it's just a little bit bigger. It's just, and I love that V-sole. It's really, really nice technology. You can tell I just washed it because water's just cleaned my clubs off and some water's just come out of it. But really, really beautiful clubs, a lot of confidence in them, and I'm really enjoying them at the moment. And they're going to be staying in the bag definitely for the whole summer. You know, wanted to get away from Mizuno just because I wanted to try something different, and Srixon produce some of the best irons, so really good. So do keep a lookout for these, because obviously you've got the ZXi5 out now. However, do be aware the ZX5, which I reviewed, and this, not that much difference in it at all, to be honest, and a lot of reviews said that as well, so do be aware of that. So you could probably get the ZX5 and save yourself a bit of money, to be honest. But for me, these are in the bag. They're going to be staying in the bag all season. Love them. Playing some really, really nice golf with them at the moment. Now on to my 4 iron. So normally I play a sort of a driving iron here, but I tend to find with the driving iron, sometimes I can find it a little bit difficult to get off the turf, off the tee, absolutely perfect, but I want something a little bit easier to get off the turf. So I've gone down the game improvement route iron rather than sort of having a driving iron in the bag. Maybe it might change during the summer, but I doubt it because I'm really enjoying this club. And I've gone again for Srixon, but I've gone for the ZX4 Mark II. So it's a game improvement iron. It's not that big, you know, it's still a game improvement, but it's not the most chunkiest thing in the world. You know, it pops the ball up really nicely in the air again. Same thing, KBS Tool Light stiff shaft. Really, really impressed with this. You know, giving me exactly what I want off the tee. It's getting that ball up in the air, you know, and then getting some really good distance with it as well. You know, I need 200 yards off the tee. I look at this, really consistent with it, really, really happy with it, and that's definitely going to stay in the bag. One thing I will mention with the ZX4 Mark II, if you're going ZX4, it's a lot chunkier. Still game improvement like this, but it's a lot chunkier. You know, this version, they really slimmed it down, and it definitely makes a difference while looking at that ball. So yeah, really happy with that, and that is staying in the bag. Now on to a 3 hybrid. I always play a 3 hybrid. Played the Ping G430 last year, amazing, really good. I've changed it this year just for the sake of changing it, and it got a bit battered, to be fair, because I was using it all the time. And I went down the TaylorMade route, the QI10 Rescue. There you go. Reason, I want pure distance now. And I'll explain in a second why I want pure distance with my hybrid. For me, TaylorMade always produce the longest hybrids, not necessarily the most forgiving, but definitely the longest hybrids. So I really wanted to pick this up. You know, any TaylorMade really could have gone the Sim, could have gone Sim 2, could have gone Stealth, but I managed to get this QI10, you know, brand new. Again, review's not out yet, will be coming out soon. Same with the ZX4 Mark II. Got so much stuff to review for you guys. It's insane. But you know, really, really happy with it. It's definitely giving me that long distance. Ventus blue stiff shaft in it, which I love. So yeah, can't imagine this coming out. The only way I can imagine it coming out is I want to put the QI35 in there, just because I think the QI35 hybrid looks amazing. But it'll perform exactly the same, as they all do over the past couple of years. But yeah, really helps me push the distance on this when I want to, because the next option in my bag means that sometimes I have to. So that's why I've gone for it. All right, I've probably sacrificed a little bit of forgiveness in this over the Ping G430, but it's just giving me raw distance. So yeah, really happy with that. And I can imagine it will be staying in the bag the whole season. Maybe it might come out, maybe if I get my hands on a QI35, or maybe something else will come along. But at the moment, really pleased with it, and it's definitely staying there. Now onto the top of the bag. So before the driver, where I'd normally have a 3-wood. So I've got 2 options here, and these depend on where I'm playing. So firstly, if I'm playing a golf course along a long par 5s, quite open, I'll put this in the bag. It is a 4 fairway wood. I was going to say 4 hybrid then, no, 4 fairway wood. Again, Ventus stiff shaft in it, blue, adjustability. So not a 3 fairway wood. I've gone for a 4 fairway wood for 16.5 because I tend to loft up my fairway woods anyway, just to help me get it in the ball, get the ball in the air more. So I've gone for 16.5 degrees. So I've lofted it up. Well, I haven't lofted it up. I've just kept this standard. If I wanted to, I can loft it down to get me that sort of 3 wood. So really happy with it. And it is this. It is the Wilson Dynapower fairway wood. Really pleased with it. Great thing. You've got a weight at the front of it. So it's a little bit more of a low spinning bomber, but overall it is a fantastic club, and it is definitely staying in my bag. I don't have it in the bag the whole time, but I tend to keep it in here for as long, like I said, the course, I sort of Sutton Green where I play. There's a lot of long par 5s there, but potentially you can get to the course on, well, get to the green in 2 potentially. So for me, it is staying in a bag. Really, really pleased with it. It is a great club. Haven't done the review for this yet. Again, it's coming out. I've done the review for the Wilson Dynapower Max fairway wood, so check that out. And I've also done for the driver as well. Lovely driver. You know, Wilson have been making some really cool stuff recently. If you haven't tried it, do try it. They do perform really well. So really happy with that. That's a great option for me. And again, I can't imagine it's going to change because I don't actually use it that often, to be fair, because the majority of the time, this is in the bag. So if it's a tight place, so there's a few holes with tight fairways, you know, or even if there are the odd par 5s in it, you know, and there's nothing in front of them and I can hit this off the deck, this will go in the bag. And the majority of the time, it is in the bag. It is the PXG Secret Weapon Mini Driver. 13 degrees, lofted it up to 14. Got a Tensai AV Series Blue Flex Stiff, and I love this thing. If I need to find a fairway and I want to get it up there, say 240, maybe up 250, this thing is the club for me. Really, really enjoy it. It gets me on that fairway, so I don't need to worry about the driver. Maybe being a little bit more erratic, got more control with it. And if I need to hit it off the fairway, you know, really just low ball flight and let it run, I can do that with this club. So really, really pleased with it. Great performing club. And yeah, just really good option. You've got all this, you know, adjustability on the bottom there with the different weights. I have the main weight at the back and the other heavy weight on the toe, because my shot tends to be a draw. So this keeps it a little bit more straighter as well. So yeah, my fairway finder there, which everyone needs in their bag, is the PXG Secret Weapon. Absolutely love it. Love the feel, love the looks. Do I think it is probably the easiest mini drive to hit off the deck? I don't, but off the tee, I love it, absolutely love it. Now on to the big stick. So for me, I have this, the QI35. Just the core model, lofted up to 12.5 degrees with the heavyweight 13 weight at the front to keep the spin a little bit lower. Love it, absolutely love it. Ventus blue, stiff in there again, mid-sized grip. Beautiful. For me, this is working really well. I'm able to push it. I'm getting some really good solid distance on it, and I'm getting myself on the fairway. You know, it is a forgiving club. If I move that 13 gram weight to the back of this, suddenly this actually becomes nearly a 10K driver. It's a 9K driver there. So really, really pleased with it. I love the feel of it. I've always liked TaylorMade. Played Dark Speed last year, was really enjoyed. but I just wanted to change this year, and I wanted to put this in because I just think it looks gorgeous. Do I think it's giving me any more than my dark speed last year? No. Modern drivers, they don't really change. They really don't. But for me, I just wanted this in the bag because I thought it looked really cool, and I do like to change my driver up year to year, which I really don't need to do, to be honest. But it's working really, really well, hitting some really nice fairways and getting some really good distance. You know, I'm getting this up to sort of, normally last year, sort of, I have increased my swing speed, I will say, but normally last year, sort of 250. I'm now regularly getting up 270, 280 plus. And there's situations where I'm like, I can't actually use the driver on this hole anymore because it's going to get me into trouble. And that's where this comes in. So yeah, really, really pleased with it. Great performing thing. With that 12.5 degrees set as well, you know, really helps me get that ball up in the air, you know, and then having that weight at the front really does lower the spin down. So there is my bag. So that is everything that's in my bag. If we just go for the few little add-ons, the bag itself, it's a, what is it? I always forget. DG, it's DG, isn't it? DG Golf? What is it? G4 Golf bag. I'm even wearing a t-shirt, G4 Golf. G4 Golf vessel bag, love it. Premium, really, really cool. On to the, you know, everyone has to have their rangefinder. Blue Tees Golf, got it on sale, really pleased with it. Performed really well. I had one of the cheap Amazon ones last year. And a few times I was like, is it actually that distance? I'm not too sure. So I upgraded to this. Also happens to match the color of the bag. Really pleased with it. Do check them out. You know, they're not too expensive and they definitely have that premium feel. It's a really good rangefinder. And then onto the golf ball finally. I play the Strixon ZX Star Diamond. Love it. Love the feel of it. Love the distance it gives me. It gives me the control. Obviously that urethane feel. It's a premium golf ball. And also, a lot of people don't think about this golf ball, and so you can tend to find it cheap. Definitely over here in the UK, so definitely worth a go if you do not play Strixon golf balls. They are really, really cool. All right, guys, so there you go. There's a look through my bag for 2025. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. If you think I should change anything or you think anything would help my game, you know, let me know down in the comments down below. And also, you know, do give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you soon for the next ACS Golf Review. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.